Me and two other guys from the town of Frost entered the Navy. And that was a start of 33 long years, 10 years on active duty and 22 in the reserves. What kept me in the Navy was the fact that I was guaranteed some schooling in the form of electronics, and as it happened, when I went in, they sent me to aviation electronics technician school. So I ended up in the flying part of the Navy. I made 2 trips over to Vietnam, one aboard the Hancock, one aboard the Kitty Hawk, and I flew in helicopters as one of the crewmen in the back, and we flew Sea Air Rescue, and either one of us would have to jump in the water if a guy couldn't get out of his parachute or couldn't get out of the jungle, or whatever the case may be. We'd kind of flip a coin and see who got that part of the job on today's flight. So I did that because I enjoyed flying, and I ended up getting in the reserves, and I ended up attached to the aircraft that I wanted to fly in from the beginning. So I was attached to a patrol squadron out of VP-60 out of Glenview, Illinois. We were flying P-3 Orions, which is a big 4-engine turboprop that hunts for and destroys submarines, and I flew in that airplane as a radio operator. So I've got probably 900 hours in helos and better than 3,000 in P-3s. I'm proud of all the time I was in there. I retired as a Chief Petty Officer, and I work with veterans now all the time, whenever I get a chance. And matter of fact, that's one of the things that I do with the Red Cross is the service to the armed forces. And that's probably one of the reasons that got me in it, because I did in fact use the services of the Red Cross while I was on active duty. I was brought home for an illness in the family. So I see what can happen and do everything I can to help. I actually had one guy come up to me when I was standing there and he says, "I want to thank you, thank the Red Cross." And I said, "Well, that's great. Could you give me some indication of why you want to thank?" He says, "I was in Germany during World War II, and if it hadn't been for the Red Cross's packages," he says, "I never would have made it." So it's like, well, that gives you a nice little flower in your hat, you know. Anytime that a unit from here, a reserve unit from here goes out, the Red Cross usually tries to send some people over there to that place for coffee and donuts to give them that kind of help. So I got involved with taking care of these debit cards, and at one time every chapter took care of the CAC cards, which are the ones we would give our customers, and the mission cards, which would go to our volunteers when they go to a disaster. It's our responsibility to know where every mission card is, who's got it, and then we give them out as we need them. But once the volunteer goes on a disaster, then they're activated for a certain amount of money. What do I get out of serving the Red Cross? I guess it's a warm, fuzzy feeling. I don't know how else to put it. I enjoy doing it. And all the people here at the Red Cross, I mean, they're, again, great bunch of people. If you need a hand in any way, shape, or form, all you got to do is ask, and you get it. Well, when I heard about that over the phone, that award was heading my way, tears in the eyes to begin with. And I get tears in the eyes now when I think about it, because I don't deserve it. There's a lot of other people that do it just as much as I do. I guess I was at the right place at the right time.
The mission of the Red Cross is epitomized by the work Ron Larson has done throughout his lifetime and in our community. We appreciate all you do, Ron, and we thank you for your service to our country. All of us Red Crossers in the Northwest chapter are thrilled to present you with the Hero of a Lifetime Award. Thanks again.